Hey, Scorpio, intuitive soul coach here with your May 2024 love reading. Welcome back to my channel if you are returning, and welcome if you're new. If you're interested in a personal reading, signing up for the monthly newsletter, or entering into the free reading giveaway, you can find all of that information in the description box below the video. All right, Scorpio, it looks like there could be some fun holiday time coming up for you. Whether you're single or you're in a relationship, I do see some passion in the air. Now in May, Memorial Day is one of the biggest holidays, but you could live in a place where there are other holidays. Maybe there's a birthday, a celebration. I am getting this is a month for more playfulness because a lot of you have had maybe trust issues in the past. There may have been some deception here. I do see this showing up. However, it was one of your last cards out. So I do feel for you, Scorpio. There has been a level of seriousness or even betrayal from maybe a family member or someone who was wearing a false mask. I don't see it being up in your face right here this month. I feel like this is a month for you to let bygones be bygones, or let some sort of pain that you've endured in the past really make its descent. Say goodbye to it, because this month is all about playfulness, passion. We have chemistry and we have friendship. So you could be embracing new get-togethers, connections. If you are maybe dating, dipping your toe in the dating world, you could meet some new people this month and have a lot of fun as well. So let's see where this takes us. Now, bottom of the deck here, we do have trust, we have soulmate, and we have pay attention to the red flags. Now, yeah, some of you were dealing with someone who was wearing a false mask, and I just get this energy of like putting that behind you. So either you're dealing with it early on so you can have fun in the month of May, or this has been something that you've dealt with for quite some time, and it has been maybe even a subconscious block. Yeah, subconscious block. There is the Page of Pentacles showing up in your energy, slow and steady ascension, moving forward. You are still going through some sort of an ending, which we see here. Four of Cups showing up in your deep foundation. That can be feeling a little bit of emotional instability. I do feel for some of you, you were frustrated, or you were bored, or you just felt like you were on a merry-go-round for some of you. Yeah, look at that. Maybe even if you're coupled up here, maybe you're sleeping in different rooms, maybe your backs are turned, low intimacy between you and another. Maybe someone was betraying you in some way, shape, or form. But let's get to the good juicy stuff of what's coming in. What's above you? Look at that. 9 of Cups, emotional fulfillment. 9 of Cups is the wish fulfillment card. Look at this Ace of Wands in the upright. See, Scorpio? I told you that things are taking a turn. I'm surprised we haven't seen that Wheel of Fortune yet, because I feel like love and passion is in the air for you after dealing with some difficult heartache. You're going to come to an understanding. You're going to be able to move forward here. 3 of Wands. You're taking new action. There's new direction here. You're releasing anxieties that may have been festering up. Yeah, I just feel like you're taking a deep sigh of relief that something is over, something is coming to an end here, and your outcome. What's the outcome here, please, for Scorpio? Love, May 2024. What do we have for Scorpio? All right, 5 of Wands. So 5 of Wands is the energy of collaborating, being able to make a decision. And I actually like the way that this woman is looking at this masculine. So, I mean, you could be a divine feminine or masculine. It doesn't matter. Roles could be reversed. But she's had enough of a situation, and you can see that she looks unscathed here. So yes, this is your outcome, but situations that may have caused you anxiety or burdensome in the past, Scorpio, you're not letting it get the best of you, because you can see this other person here. Whether it's a lover, whether it's an ex, whether it is someone that you've had a lot of 5 of Swords, or excuse me, well, maybe 5 of Swords, conflict, difficulty, challenges with. They look pretty angry there. He has some muscles bulging out of his neck, and he feels a little bit tense, and she's looking at him with her hands on her hip, and she's like, I'm unbothered by this. So I actually like the Five of Wands because I feel like you are collaborating towards a new beginning, and you're coming up with a new path. You are the one creating your destiny and moving that wheel of fortune in a new direction. So let's dive in here for you, Scorpio. We have, red flags are something that you may have bypassed in the past, or you may have even noticed in the past, but you had some soul lessons to learn. Okay, so subconsciously you were dealing with a soulmate. Trust concerns, trust issues, or deception was part of the path that both of you maybe agreed to. It was a soul contract you agreed to come into this lifetime and work with. Now the signs were cautioning you. This is definitely a soulmate, possibly a karmic here. And I feel like you are being guided to have faith moving forward on this Three of Wands, this new direction, this new journey. You've worked a lot on yourself, I see. You've worked on being honest with yourself, because some of you were deceiving yourself by continually opening up to another person and letting them, now don't shoot the messenger, but maybe letting someone else take advantage, or letting someone replay out the same story over and over, because we have a choice. We have free will. We can either, set up a healthier boundary. We can say, see ya. But I feel like some of you may have given someone the benefit of the doubt, or given someone chance after chance, but no more, because you've come to a point where you want more love, emotional fulfillment, right? You want that Nine of Cups. That's what you're manifesting here. You want to feel content and feel good with your life and the people that you keep in your energy. So even though this is a love reading, for those of you that have been dealing with someone in the past who may have been, I just keep getting that merry-go-round. Some of you went round and round with someone. You're not looking to the past anymore. This isn't a reading about the past. You already know what's been going on. We'll look a little bit into it, not much, because I see there's far, far better things looking north, right, than there is looking behind you. And some of you, your friends, have been very big supporters, very big helpers. This is connecting maybe with new friendships as well, because some of you, I'm hearing you've went through a difficult time with a friend group or a specific person who was a friend. Yeah, if you lost a friend due to maybe some sort of deception, some of you, this deception had to do with maybe someone you are seeing as well. Okay, just going to put that out there. For others of you, I feel like your soul tribe, blood or not, has helped you in ways that are very, very prominent now. Ask for and accept support from others. And now I just get this is the energy I feel for May, right? Chemistry. There's a strong magnetic attraction. And I feel like this is within you. Regardless of relationship status, you are highly attractive this month, Scorpio. You are in your passion. You are feeling desired. You're feeling wanted. There's a playfulness about you. It looks like if you are wanting to move forward, even though we have the Knight of Pentacles, which is slow and steady, you don't need to rush, right? We don't need to know if this is the beginning of a relationship. You don't need to know if this is going to be your forever person. Just have fun in the now. And sometimes we get all tangled up on the first date, right? Do you want to have kids, or, do we want to move in together? Sometimes it can be very heavy, very seriousness, or we get into our heads, and Spirit is reminding you just to have fun, right? Have fun on that first date, or, be in the honeymoon period for a bit. It doesn't mean don't talk about the heavier things, but allow yourself to find balance. And that's why we have that Two of Swords. And for those of you who may have even felt like you've lost out on the passion, right? If you've been in a relationship and you've been married for quite some time, or you just feel like there hasn't been a lot of intimacy, a lot of love, or even a lot of connection emotionally, this is the month to turn that around if you want to. There's an opportunity, maybe even for a second honeymoon for you here. to enjoy the bliss of holiday time together, to allow your heart and soul to sing with joy and passion and love and desire. Remember why you fell in love with someone, and to rekindle, right? Rekindle and recapture romance. Allow that inner youthful fun to shine. Some of you may even have children, and children could have been a little bit of maybe a factor in a relationship, maybe a long time ago. For some of you as well, it's time to unleash your inner child. Have fun. Go mini golfing. Go go-karting. Go to a Disney park. Go swing on the swings, right? Do something that helps you feel more carefree instead of the burdens of all the responsibilities on your shoulders. Some of you, I mean, this does say divorce certificate crossing you. So there could be someone from the past who's trying to come back in. It could be an ex-husband, ex-wife who's trying to come back in and, interfere because they see that you may be happy, or maybe they've split up with someone that they were seeing. And I feel like you've learned some very valuable lessons about some sort of connection or contract in the past. Now, one thing about the Knight of Pentacles here is trust. And this card has been showing up a lot. And if you look at the illustration here, Scorpio, you see that there's a lady on a bike and she has a basket full of fruit. And behind her is a horse that is behind the fence there. And the lady comes every day, maybe at a specific time, and she brings fresh apples and fresh vegetables for this horse. And over time, they start to build a bond of trust, a bond of reliability, a bond of support. So I feel like over time here, maybe over years, there has been a bond that you've either created with yourself of being reliant upon yourself or consistent upon you, or in another relationship. Okay. And this is something that you want to build more of, but consistency is key. People say that actions speak louder than words, which is, yes, absolutely correct. But I say what speaks louder than words and action is consistency, right? We can tell that horse, we'll be back tomorrow, right? And we can show up for 5 days in a row. And then we say, we'll be back tomorrow, but Saturday rolls around and we don't come back. Right? So we need to stay consistent here with, what we say, and make sure that there's clear communication. And maybe that was part of the breakdown in the past, is trust, clear communication, and consistency. So we have the 10 of Swords, some sort of betrayal, okay, some sort of deception here. Typically it is a man laying on the ground with 10 swords stabbed in his back. But in this case, I feel like, it does say divorce certificate, but I feel like you're just done with inconsistency is what I would say here. And you're ready to put yourself on this path of emotional happiness. You deserve this, Scorpio. I want you to say that out loud right now. I deserve happiness, because you do. How do you feel, right? How do you feel saying that? In your deep past, you have the 4 of Cups. You see that all those people are laughing, or at least pretending they're having a good time, whether they are or not. But you see that there's one person there. She's not having a good time. She feels frustrated, maybe a little bit ungrateful or pessimistic. She feels like she's missing out on opportunities for happiness. She could be focusing on something she doesn't have, right? Maybe she doesn't have a partner there, or maybe she feels an emotional void. That's what I'm getting here. Emotional void, where there's celebrations all around her, but she doesn't feel worthy of celebrating, or she doesn't feel like she has what it takes to celebrate. There could have even been feelings of unworthiness from a past situation, or maybe some childhood wounds, or just a little bit of an emotional imbalance that we all go through from time to time. But I feel in the recent past, this is you making a decision, right? 2 of Swords is a head over heart. And I feel like you are trying to find balance in both, right? Logically and emotionally. But for some of you, the emotion has gone cold, is what I'm getting here. Cold emotion, something has gone cold. We're not sleeping next to each other. Some of you are sleeping alone, right? Maybe this person doesn't even exist yet and you're wanting to call them in. I do feel that there's a choice that you recently made, and that choice is to become a happier version of you. Because some of you lost momentum, you lost maybe some sort of desire or passion. This is time to get those creative juices flowing back into these cups here. And we see the 9 of Cups showing up above you. So you're really skipping ahead here. You're making changes that are really going to amount to some big leaps and bounds in your emotional world. Okay. 9 of Cups, you see that she's soaking it all in. And she's in that bathtub. She's living that luxury. She's feeling good. She's taking care of herself. She may be even indulging in some fine chocolates and some, wine or some things that, light her up. Maybe she's really taking self-care to the next level. And I feel like you're open to exploration, whatever that may mean. Exploration, getting out of a comfort zone, getting out of your head and saying, I'm not going to be dull at this party any longer. I'm not going to focus on what I don't have. I'm going to jump ahead to that 9 of Cups and focus on all the blessings and the gratitude and the abundance and opportunities that I have right in front of me. And boom, there's your manifestation. Ace of Wands. Beautiful, Scorpio. Who doesn't want a passionate, inspirational, motivated, new sense of purpose and love and desire? I mean, it's right here. It's showing up for you. So the second you change your mind, you change your life, right? Wayne Dyer, change your thoughts, change your mind. And I feel like, or change your reality, what you focus on grows, that whole concept. But it's sometimes easier said than done, right? We have to stay consistent within that thought process. We have to stay consistent and choose each and every single day. If it was easy as 1, 2, 3, where I'm going to decide this today and that's that. No, we have to stay consistent with that belief and start to reprogram ourselves into knowing that, for one, you're worthy of this. And for 2, we're going to manifest it, right? This is the card of manifestation, Ace of Wands. So how are you feeling? You're feeling like you're sick and tired of being sick and tired, right? You are ready to forgive or just let bygones be bygones and not dwell over heartache, heartbreak, because this is inevitable. Something I always say, pain is inevitable. It is part of the human experience. We're all going to deal with some fraction of pain in this lifetime, but suffering is a choice. We don't have to suffer. Many people do, right? We do, but we don't have to be in a continual choice. I'm going to say choice because we have free will of suffering, right? Even the homeless, even people who have nothing to their name, right? Some of those people are the happiest because they realize, that sometimes we take life for granted. And I feel like you're adopting a mindset of more gratitude for what you have right in front of you, for the people that you have, the support that you have, your health, your family, whatever it may be. And I just feel like you are coming out of this energy with this 3 of Swords showing up in reverse. You've been doing the healing, and I feel like you're not sweeping something under the rug any longer. And if it's been causing a lot of anxiety, if some of you, this is a long, drawn out, ugly divorce, maybe it's not ugly. It could be. But I feel like you're finally feeling like there's something worth living for. I'm just going to put it like that. Here you are, possibly a move, Scorpio. This is 3 of Wands. This is forward momentum, a return on your investment. Yeah, you may have been wondering, well, when the hell am I going to receive some sort of push here in the right direction? Because I've been pushing myself, working hard, self-development, going back and forth, learning all the tools that need to be learned to help, evolve and ascend and make the right choices and decisions, all of the things that we do to try to, help us on our healing path and journey you've been doing. But sometimes we just need to not focus so much. Again, don't shoot the messenger. Not focus so much on constantly being, in that healing energy or bettering ourselves. But a part of that healing and bettering ourselves is having fun. And we forget that. This doesn't have to be work, right? Playfulness should not have to be work. And right here is you being playful and adventurous and embracing some of those investments, right? This is about you being creative and harmonizing and bringing about, unions and moving forward in the next stage of your love, whatever that may be for you. Maybe you're going from single to putting yourself out there and trying something new you've never done before. Maybe online dating, maybe meeting people from a distance or joining some sort of speed dating network program, or going to London or Rome on a solo trip, and you have a eat, pray, love moment and fall in love with a Greek god. Okay, I don't think he's Greek in that movie, but you know what I'm saying here. Believe, because 9 of Cups is the card of belief. And I feel like there's happiness, there's abundance, there's emotional fulfillment, but we got to get out of that belief that says it's not for me or it's not possible. Because some of you kind of go back and forth in the mental mind, the little monkey mind here, and that 2 of Swords. And I feel like there is a decision where if there wasn't enough information, enough facts, or if you were hanging out in limbo with this divorce or with some sort of heartbreak, separation, deception, whatever it may be, this is the month where there's some sort of finality here. And it's going to be a big release on you, on your energy. Whatever it was you were losing sleep over, Scorpio. Some of you, I'm getting health and libido. Okay, libido, motivation, energy. I'm also getting here reishi, mushrooms. Some of you may be drinking a mushroom tincture or capsules. Okay, I also see here getting better rest. And this is more fulfilled rest, not just, little burst of rest. I feel like there's a feeling the next day of just being more rested. I like this for you. Now the fear is, what if I stay in this never-ending cycle of anxiety and obsessiveness and, control and feeling crazy brain all over the place? What if it lasts and lasts for the next 9 decades? And, we go round and round like that, don't we? Sometimes. But this is about you releasing it, because 9s are about completion. And Scorpio, you've completed a cycle. Pat yourself on the back, because your guides are proud of you. You should be proud of you. You've come a long way. And I see if you're in a relationship, there needs to be something addressed here and an end to a situation that's been causing some sort of anxiety. And if you've been replaying out a pattern or, some sort of conflict that's been creating distance between you and a lover, you and a partner, we need to resolve that. Otherwise, you're going to keep getting the same results. Then you will stay in that 9 of Swords longer than you need to. So why is your outcome the 5 of Wands? Because the only thing you can control here is the way that you respond. And you know how she's responded in the past? Probably up in arms. She probably was yelling back, probably angry, letting her emotions get the best of her, or throwing a temper tantrum just like the guy next to her, right? Maybe she's packed up her bag, she's left, she's got angry. I feel like there was fits, right? We all have a little fit from time to time, but I feel here, Scorpio, that you are changing the way you respond to a situation, and it may be pissing someone off, but at the same time, I feel like that is what may have been feeding, right? Feeding into each other's energy that was part of the problem, right? 2 energies mimicking and mirroring each other doesn't have any conflict resolution. And because you are responding in a different way, you may be saying, all right, pack your bags. See ya. Don't let the door slap you in the, what. But for others of you, I just feel like you're not putting up with anger, manipulation, control, or I'm hearing disrespected. And that could be for family dynamics. Maybe it's someone has disrespected you or crossed the line and you said, enough is enough. That behavior needs to end. And it's not like you want to give an ultimatum here, but some of you have given ultimatums. For those of you that are single, you may have been caught up in a couple of power struggles. Maybe you've dated a couple people who you probably dodged a bullet because they could have had some anger management issues here or needed anger management in some way, shape, or form. But I also see with this Five of Wands, it's almost like criticism here may have been a play, right? Someone may have had a completely different opinion. There may have been constant competition, and I just feel like you're not playing that game. There's something here about not playing a game any longer and putting an end to some sort of game or conflict. All right, let's get a message from the wisdom of the Oracle. Okay, I'm hearing the name here, Penny. Penny, so maybe that's your name, or maybe some of you find a penny on the floor or pennies from heaven. Take that as it resonates. You have flexibility or flexible. So yeah, remember what I said in this Five of Wands, being flexible within your approach instead of, one way, instead of my way or the highway. It's also card 19, and tarot 19 is the sun. So I feel like where you're going and the energy that you are emitting is actually going to be very powerful. It's going to bring in new beginnings for you. This is teachability. It's about open-mindedness, being adaptable without compromising what's important. Bingo. Look at what she's doing. She may be compromising. It may not be worth the fight, not worth the struggle, right? But she's not compromising her integrity. And I feel like you have compromised your integrity at the expense of others. And that's what I was trying to get at earlier, where sometimes we tend to kind of push something under the rug, or we don't want to stir the pot, or our integrity, yes, can be compromised. And it says here, in every relationship, it's important to be open to new experiences and learning new things. Letting go of rigidity is what's required right now. You don't always have to be right all the time, do you? So take this, roles could be reversed. Maybe it's you, maybe it's your partner. It's okay to come to a happy compromise. You can still get your needs met. It's a beautiful day when you meet halfway. The appearance of this card in a reading could also signal that you have met someone new who may not be your type, but will turn out to be so special that you can easily release your old ideas about what sort of partner is right for you. And maybe that's that red flags, because remember, that's coming up subconsciously. So trust, because it was a factor in the past, may be alarming you, ding, 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 to some red flags, but perhaps this person is going to be different and you're responding different. So take it as it resonates, because again, the Five of Wands is not the energy that I see. It's not physically the energy that I see you in. I don't see you with this person, coming at you headstrong with his veins popping out of his neck, right? I don't see that, but I feel the energy of you responding to the environment in a different way than you have in the past. That's what I feel with this Five of Wands. What I see happening for you here is this Ace of Wands, right? Passion, new beginnings, happiness, and Nine of Cups. So because you are reacting in a different way and looking at it from a new approach, right? Being flexible, being the key word here. It also says let's see here. Go back to where you don't always have to be right all the time. It is a beautiful day when you meet halfway. The appearance of this card in a reading could also signal that you have met someone new who may not be your type, but who will turn out to be so special you can easily release your old ideas about what sort of partner is right for you. Be flexible. You'll be happy you made that choice. Yeah, I feel like you will. And when you or someone else becomes too rigid, this certainly could be the case, right? Protection energy, if some of you are still going through this ending. So what I'm seeing here is different layers of, evolution on this maybe energy pattern. Some of you may be at the beginning of an ending here. Maybe you're already through the ending. Take it as it resonates for you. But what I see as well is you losing the access to grow when we stay in that constant mirroring of energy, which is anger, rigidity, back and forth, Okay. And the message here is when you or someone else becomes too rigid, you lose access to growth and untapped potential. You find yourself in an us versus them scenario. We don't want that, right? That's never fun. There's no I in teamwork. Loosen up, open your mind and heart, and see if a more flexible approach feels better. Rigidity will set you up for a fight where there are only losers and no winners. Could you find a way to bring about a result that is mutually beneficial? Meet in the middle. Spirit makes a great mediator. Yeah, so for those of you who've already dealt with this person and you're like, Melissa, see ya, I divorced that person 5 years ago, or maybe it's still coming up for you, or you are definitely meeting a person who may be different, but there's still some reservations because you've been hurt. And that may be why playfulness is such a big thing at this time. Somebody may be quite humorous, or somebody may have a very good humor. I mean, the opposite of this, angry, ugly type of energy is just softer and love and laughter. So I feel like there's going to be more of that for you. And if someone's moved on, consider it a blessing in disguise, okay? Remember that. If someone's moved on, whether it's you or another person, consider it a blessing in disguise. There are soul lessons there for you to learn, for you to take, but it doesn't mean that life is over, right? Life here is just beginning for you in a brand new, passionate way. So be open to belief, be open to the possibilities. All right, Scorpio, let's get a few messages from the crystal spirits. And at this time, I just ask if you can, please close your eyes. Take a nice deep inhale from your solar plexus chakra, the belly area. Hold your breath for as long as you can and release with a nice big deep sigh from your mouth. And with your eyes still closed, please tune into your third eye chakra, the area between your eyebrows and your forehead region. And I want you to imagine the first crystal or gemstone that shows up in your mind's eye. Now your crystal could be emanating a frequency of love, grounding, protection, or strength. It could be presenting itself as a beautiful, vibrant color of greens, yellows, reds, purple, or orange. Perhaps it's displaying itself as a specific shape or size. This could be a crystal that you know the name of, or maybe you've never heard of or seen in your life. Perhaps your gemstone is a crystal that you wear around your neck, on your wrist, or as a ring. Or perhaps you meditate and work with this crystal frequently. There is no right or wrong answer, Scorpio. And if you need a moment, just pause the video and come back when you're ready. And for those of you that would like to be entered into the free monthly reading giveaway, all you have to do is drop that crystal or gemstone. You can have more than one. Drop them in the comment section below the video to be entered into the free reading giveaway. All right, beautiful energies here. We're just going to read one card, but what I was seeing in my mind's eye, so some of you may have seen these crystals as well, I was getting rainbow moonstone and citrine. Rainbow moonstone and citrine were my crystals, but the crystals we see demorite, card 21. We see numite, card 38, and we also have moldavite. Moldavite is a powerful transformational energy, and I'm actually going to read that one to you. I might read them both, we'll see, or all three of them. Now, some of you could be 38, 35, maybe 21 or born on the 21st, but I am getting here, there has been major transformations occurring. You have the endings bringing in new beginnings for you as well. So moldavite, for those of you that haven't heard of moldavite or ever even embraced the energy, it's powerful. It is the stone of transformation, rebirth through fire. It's all about initiation and opening to new experiences. It's all about revitalization and renewal, which we see in your energy. So I feel like this is for you here. You may want to look up pneumite and demortarite on your own as well. Okay, so I'm just going to hold those up here. Pneumite and demortarite. There could be messages there for you, but we're going to read moldavite today. As you transition to a new you, you will become part of a new group of people, for you are having new experiences that differ from those that came before. Old friends will be there for you, but new ones will appear, drawn to your vibration, which resonates with theirs. Although you are being initiated into a new experience, you will not be alone. And remember, that was part of the deep past. You did feel lonely or isolated. We see here some wishes being fulfilled. And for some of you, that is to not feel that loneliness. Because even when you're in a relationship, Scorpio, you can still feel very much alone. Your community will find you. Your soul tribe will find you. And you will know that you belong as they embrace you as one of their own. You will feel the love as you adjust to your new role, confident in the potential of those you care about coming along with you. Encourage them to believe that they too can let go of the past and transition into something better. Moldavite is a green tektite thought to have been formed when a meteorite crashed into the Czech Republic 14.8 million years ago. It is a crystal heralding massive transformation on all levels. This is not a stone to play with or take lightly. It's really not. I have some moldavite and boom, if you want some big changes to happen in your life, it's not recommended for those unwilling to step out of their comfort zone. And so for those of you, maybe 5 months ago, this wouldn't have been the time, but I feel like now is the time for major transformations. Once we engage with moldavite, we need to buckle up because things are going to get interesting here. And I like where this is going. It's time to release anxiety. It is time for a change. Now, of course, we don't see the tower. We don't see anything huge happening here. There's not even one major arcana. So it's not like externally there's going to be big changes, but I do feel internally you are preparing to make some big shifts in your world. They're telling me to sneak peek at pneumite. So I am going to look at pneumite here for you. All right. Pneumite is all about achieving self-mastery, inner power, and recovering your sense of self. Okay. So this is about building trust and intimacy. So that makes sense because we talked about that earlier for you as well. It says practice leads to results. For repetition develops skills. Just as you engage in a dance with a partner, right? Leading and following. Stay present in the moment, listening to the signals and cues. Yes, toes will get stepped on here and there, but it's how you and your partner deal with the inevitable missteps that allow you to develop a closeness that can withstand the test of time. So maybe that's part of the Five of Wands. For those of you in a relationship, yeah, toes are going to get stepped on here. It's just part of the process, right? But practice, 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 and consistency, which is what we talked about earlier. Cultivate love through practicing being loving. All right, last but not least, let's get a message from the soul's truth and see what we have here for you and action steps that your soul wants to guide you towards at this time. Scorpio energy. Okay, which one here? All right, my eyes are closed here, but we're just going to pick a card. There's way too many here for you. Am I getting enough rest? Hello, Nine of Swords, okay? Am I getting enough rest to restore my energy and fully show up to my life? You are the asset, Scorpio. This body is your vehicle. Notice how your body is feeling, how much sleep you are getting, and what you can do to help your body rest. Take a bath. Okay, hello, Nine of Cups. You can't make this stuff up, you guys. I love it. Take a bath. I think she even has some essential oils sitting there on the edge. Put on some lavender essential oil. Go to bed ridiculously early or give yourself a timeout today. Notice your body thanking you. Today's mantra: the more I give myself permission to rest, the more I can contribute. That rest also is equivalent to playfulness, right? This shouldn't be work. That's what we said earlier. This playfulness shouldn't be work. And this is also going to help you restore your energy. All right, Scorpio, that's what I have for you. I hope it resonates. If so, please hit that thumbs up button. It certainly helps get the divine channeled messages out there to those that need it most. And that is my biggest goal. Thank you so much for tuning in. Please do drop your crystals or gemstones in the comment section below to be entered into the free reading giveaway. And make sure you hit that subscribe and bell button so you don't miss that notification and future ones as well. Lots of love to you, Scorpio.